Good morning, YouTube. It's December 10th, 2013. I don't usually do video requests because I do get a lot of them, and it's just my standard policy is I don't do requests. I do videos that I want to do, alright? But once in a while, I get a really good suggestion, and that's what happened. Stanley Knickers suggested I do a Draw My Life video. And I do like to draw, and I've seen some really cool Draw My Life videos on YouTube. I wish I had the editing skills that some of those people have, but I don't. In fact, I started doing this video with a whiteboard, and it was just a disaster. And the fumes from the markers and the cleaning solution, yeah, it didn't work out. Anyway, so I've gone to my old friend pencil and paper and drawn my life for you. I spent all morning on this, so I hope you like it. Alright, let's start at the beginning. 1961, I was born in a hospital in Washington State. Back in the day, hospital security was non-existent, and their method for identifying babies was a little bracelet on their wrist, and sometimes the bracelets fell off. And so something I've wondered about my whole life is, was I given to the wrong family? I know, it's a strange thing to wonder about, but it's true. Okay, 1964. JFK was shot. I was 3 years old. I didn't really understand what happened, but when my parents talked about it, it was all serious. And, yeah, so I kind of remember that. Alright? I know my mom was sad. My dad was all serious. My grandfather, on the other hand, said he was a crook. He deserved it. So there you go. 1971, I got my first bike. I was 10 years old. It was a Western Flyer, single speed, red, purchased at a store called Western Auto. And the store is no longer there. The brand is no longer made. And I no longer have the bike. But I loved that bike. I loved it. I rode it all over town. Alright. 1975. I got my first paying job. Was at a 7-Eleven or something like it. A convenience store. My dad worked there and talked the manager into hiring me. I only remember working a few days. But it was pretty exciting. I loved working for a paycheck. Alright. Okay. 1977 to 1980, I went to Richland High School, where our mascot was, and still is, I kid you not, a mushroom cloud. The bombs that were dropped on Japan in 1945 were basically built right here. Alright, in this part of the state we have nuclear power plants, we have a lot of secret government stuff going on, and one of the projects was they compartmentalized it so nobody could like run off with the bomb or whatever, but different groups, different laboratories were building different parts of the bomb, and for the most part, they did not know what they were building. Alright? They were just told to assemble this and this and do the math and all that. But, yeah. So, one of our claims to fame is we built the atom bomb. And our high school mascot is a mushroom cloud. Kind of morbid, and seems like every year groups are trying to change that, but it has endured for many, many, many years. Alright. 1977, same year I started high school. My first high school job, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I loved that job. I love fried chicken. I don't know how it is now, but back in the day, you could eat as much as you wanted. Just grab a piece of chicken, eat it. You had to mark it on a board so they could keep track of where the chicken was going. But they didn't care if you ate 10 pieces of chicken a day. Didn't care, didn't charge you. So we had this chart for how many pieces were eaten and how many pieces were dropped on the ground. One time I dropped a whole tray of chicken. It was like 30 pieces of chicken, I think. Dropped it on the ground, wrote a 30 on the board. No big deal, all right? Nobody's in trouble. Nobody's getting written up. Nobody's threatened with their job. You know, it's just part of business, all right? So it was a great job. One of the few jobs I kind of think I would have been happy for years and years and years, but I was young and restless and had to move on, all right? Okay, 1981, joined the Marine Corps. Here's me running my ass off and saluting. There's my M16. I was a certified rifle expert, high qualified expert every year. In boot camp, I was the platoon high shooter, which surprised me because I had no formal marksmanship training prior to the Marine Corps. But I was very disciplined and very, very good with the rifle. All right. I got a certificate for that. And even the guy who recruited me in the recruiter office back home, he got a letter, and I don't know, probably a check, who knows. Okay, after the Marines, got a job at Godfather's Pizza. Great job, I love that. It's no longer there. I think it's a men's clothing store now, which is kind of odd. But anyway, yeah, that was a cool job. I really liked that one. Also, after Marine Corps, I went to Modern Business College. There's me, my cap and gown. I completed their course, received a diploma for professional accounting, which propelled me into my one and only accounting job. There's me. Yeah, very, very stressful. I learned about deadlines. I learned about never-ending paper. Alright, I did that. I stayed for 15 years. It was a good job. But it was very stressful, and after Y2K did not work out, 2001, sold the house and moved to Las Vegas. Alright. My plan in Las Vegas was to be a professional gambler, make money playing cards, playing dice. I had several systems. Some I bought, some I actually wrote myself, gambling systems. I thought I had the tiger by the tail. As it turned out, it was not really me. I have a problem putting money at risk, money that I worked for, and putting it at risk on the flip of a coin, or the flip of a card, or the spin of the roulette wheel, or whatever. It's just, it conflicts with my personality, my conservative personality. So, came back home, had a couple of different jobs. 2004, my friend Marcia hooked me up with the laboratory job. There's me with all the money, best paying job I ever had. Money, money, money. Yeah, had that job until January 2012 when the laboratory closed. Alright, so no more money. In the meantime, while I was working at the laboratory, I started my first YouTube channel, 2007. I discovered YouTube by accident. I watched a few videos and I thought, I can do that. And so my very first video was me attempting to solve the Rubik's Cube, and I think I sped it up and had Ballroom Blitz playing in the background, and I'm working the Rubik's Cube, and it was actually a joke, because at the very end, it was still a mess, and I just went like this. That video actually got a lot of negative comments, because people thought I was going to solve it, and I didn't. So, anyway, that was my first video on YouTube. It's no longer up, because in 2009, YouTube wasn't fun anymore. I felt overwhelmed because I was trying to do everything that everybody asked me to do, and I finally just pulled the plug. I just didn't tell anybody, didn't do a goodbye video. I just pulled the plug, took all my videos down, and went dark. And a lot of people wondered what happened to me. And anyway, after a few months, not very long at all, still in 2009, I missed it. I missed all the people, and I met some really cool people here on YouTube, and I want to thank you all for watching and for hanging in and commenting on my videos all these years. Alright, my very first video on my new channel was called Wealth Affirmation Mind Movie. It's still up. You should check it out. I just watched it again for the first time in a long time, and I think I did a good job, right? And at the end of that movie, there is a scene, a picture of Donald Trump going like this, and the caption is, "You're fired, boss." And that made me laugh. Alright. Anyway, 2013, I got the maintenance job. I mostly liked that job, but it just, I had to move on. I had to let it go. Alright. Here we are, going into 2014. I don't know what's next. I really don't. I don't have a career goal at this point in my life. I don't have something specific that I want to do. Alright. I will find a job, and hopefully it will be one that I enjoy. But I really don't have a plan. Isn't that funny? Yeah, so my plan is to take a little time off, think about it, and when the weather warms up, still 10 degrees today. My God. Yeah, anyway, so when the weather warms up, I'll be out there finding the job of my dreams, alright? So you got to stay positive. You've got to think about what you want and think about what you're willing to do to get what you want. All right, that's my advice for the day. Thanks for watching, and thank you again for making YouTube positive experience, and for helping me to express myself and have your feedback, and being part of a community like this. For me, it's awesome. It's great. I love YouTube and all the great people I've met here, and yeah, it's a good thing. All right, so. And if you're having trouble getting started, just start making videos and see what's popular. All right. If you're into knives, start making knife reviews. If you're into drawing, you can see I'm no artist, but I enjoy drawing, and a lot of people do. Do some drawing videos. All right. Yeah. There is no end politics. You can talk politics if you want. I made a video, one of my most popular videos is called The Flat Earth Society Has Evidence. Alright? And it was kind of a joke. I was kind of making fun of these people. But it's very, very popular. Every single day, people are commenting on it. I can't believe it. It's like, some people get angry. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting off topic. Draw My Life. I did the Draw My Life video. Thank you, Stanley Knickers, for suggesting it. And, yeah. Y'all have a great day. Life is good. Enjoy. Peace.